Rocks were on the phone today to one of their former teammates, Jermaine Swinton, one of the more popular players on this ball club when the season began. They were getting some words of advice. Jermaine always gave the team something that they referred to as Swintonisms. They were sayings that he would come up with on almost a daily basis, and the guys got a big kick out of them. So they gave Jermaine a call. They wanted another Swintonism. And today, Jermaine's Swintonism was, and I'm quoting Jermaine, a champion doesn't know the meaning of the word deficit.
The Rox deficit, to which Jermaine referred, was one game. Down 1 game to none in their best-of-5 playoff series with the powerful New Jersey Jackals. But you sure couldn't tell it by how the players were acting. This was a loose group of guys with great chemistry, and a little 10-0 setback, that wasn't about to get in the way of them having fun.
Being joined up here in the broadcast booth by the Rock's principal owner, Van Schley. Hey, Van.
It's great to be here.
You know, I was really amazed to see the atmosphere surrounding the Rocks around the batting cage prior to this ball game. I think it would have been pretty easy to hang their heads after that.
A game like that, you get behind on a pitcher like Bennett, and it's just hard to keep your head up. But they're ready. I think they're very optimistic. They realize this is the game they have to win. Go back to Brockton. I think we're going to have a real good crowd tomorrow night. So I think they're very positive.
10-0 or 1-0, and only counts as one loss.
Yes, 1-0 would have hurt more than 10-0.
I agree. And on the mound taking his warm-up tosses is Aaron Myers. Myers comes in with a record of 9 wins and 8 losses, a 3.93 earned run average. Went 119 innings, giving up 119 hits. He walked 25, struck out 89, and gave up only 3 home runs. Well, Nestor Smith has come out to the batter's box, bat in hand, and that's a great sign. Did not have the benefit of Nestor in the lineup last night due to that nosebleed that occurred at about 5:30. He was taken to the hospital and missed the whole ball game. He is back and ready to start off this ball game against Aaron Myers. Nestor hit .290 this season, 7 homers, 44 runs batted in. He lays down a bunt, right side. Up with his Myers, underhands it to first in time to get Nestor Smith. 1 pitch, 1 out as we are underway here at Yogi Berra Stadium. That will bring up Abner Arroyo. Arroyo hit .243 on the season, a couple of home runs, 15 runs batted in. Count now 3-1 to Arroyo as Myers rocks and fires. The pitch, a breaking ball, misses inside, and Arroyo is aboard with a 1-out walk. Taubert finished the regular season with an 18-game hitting streak, during which time he batted an incredible .485. That pushed his season average up over 300 to .304. Left-handed batter against the righty Myers, who's working from the stretch. 1-0 pitch to Taubert, ground ball, right side, base hit to right field. Arroyo around second base, headed for third. Up with the ball is Bailey, and he will toss it into the cutoff man. A single for Jake Taubert, and the Rocks have runners on the corners with 1 out. It brings up Darren Blakely, the former New Jersey Jackal. Put up outstanding numbers during the regular season. .304 average, 15 home runs, 3rd highest in the league. 66 runs batted in, 2nd highest in the Northeast League. Blakely was not real happy about the situation under which he was dealt away from New Jersey to Brockton. He would like to come back here and make an impact in this series. Last night, he was not able to do so. He went 0 for 5. The runners on the corners here. The 1-2 pitch to Blakely. Ground ball. Second base. Could be 2. Conway to Rowan. Relay to first. Oh, it's not in time. Very close play at first base. Arroyo comes across to score, and the Rocks have taken a 1-0 lead. Craig Lewis at the plate now. Big, strong right-hander. Lewis, a .323 hitter during the regular season. Here's the 3-1 pitch with the runner going. Pitch misses up high, and that will be ball 4. Lewis draws the walk, so runners at first and second now for Brockton with 2 outs, and it brings up Francisco Matos. Matos, a .336 hitter on the season. Not enough at-bats to qualify amongst the leaders in the league. Had 146 at-bats for the Rocks. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on ground ball. Third base under the legs of Kerrigan. Blakely rounding third, coming home. He will score without a throw to the plate, and the Rox have taken a 2-0 lead. And that will be an error on the third baseman, Kerrigan, who did an Olay right through the wickets. And now Mike Marchesano is taking his warm-up tosses. The right-hander has been the Rock's #1 starter this season. 8 wins, 7 losses. Really doesn't describe just how very well he has pitched this year. A 2.92 earned run average. 117 innings. He gave up only 100 base hits. 37 walks, 77 strikeouts. He allowed 6 home runs. Hey, the fact that the Rox scored first in this ballgame is not something that can be overlooked. You look over the course of the season, and this team really is a much better team when they jump out to the early lead. 34-12 this season when scoring first, 16-28 when they don't. Probably at a crucial point in this ballgame right now. The Rox let several scoring opportunities slip by the wayside, trying to protect a 2-0 lead. The Jackals, a very good hitting team, have put runners at first and third with no outs and a very tough customer at the plate in Scott Samuels. Now Marchesano is in a tough situation. He has fallen behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Samuels singled his first time up, and he has got some pop. Talking about a former most valuable player in this league. 2-0 pitch on the way. Popped up. That could be huge. Mike Torres calling for it. Makes the catch, and there is a big out #1. Take a deep breath along with Mike Marchesano as the Rox try to work out of this jam. Mike Marchesano has given up 1 home run to the New Jersey Jackals this season, and it was Carlos Pagan who hit it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball, right field. Blakely going back will make the catch. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it is offline, and scoring is Kryjak. It is 2-1. Rosario at the plate now. Swings at the first offering, pops it up, foul territory, left side, 3 players converging. It is the pitcher, Aaron Myers, making a sliding catch. Another outstanding defensive play by the pitcher, Aaron Myers, who cut between Pagan and McKee, slid into the dugout on the third base side and held on to the ball for out #3. I really don't know if I have seen a better defensive play than the one that ended the top half of the 6th inning. Don't think I've seen a better defensive play made this season. Pitchers just are not supposed to make the play that Aaron Myers made on that foul ball by Mel Rosario. A sliding catch. He actually slid into the dugout, making that grab. The dugouts here are at field level. There are no steps down, and that's fortunate for Myers. Otherwise, it could have been ugly. This has been a thriller. The Rox really need a win here tonight, and they are leading 2-1. But this New Jersey Jackals team, as they showed last night, a team that can score a lot of runs in a hurry. Another payoff pitch, just a bit off the plate. Marchesano looks up to the sky in disgust. Thought that he had strike 3, did not get the call from Jim Ferrara, and Bailey is aboard with a 1-out walk. Well, Marchesano has had very good control. That is his first walk of the ballgame. See if Marchesano can keep the composure. Still thinking about that pitch as he looks over to the dugout and kind of shrugs his shoulders as if to say, what more can I do? It was a pretty good pitch. It was very close. Scott Samuels at the plate now. Left-handed batter as Marchesano works from the stretch. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, grounded back to the mound. Gloved by Marchesano. Throws to second for 1. The relay to first is in time by Bustos. Very nicely turned by the Rox. At Yogi Berra Stadium, did you take your blood pressure pills today? I hope so. The Rox are leading 2-1. Brockton scored 2 runs in the first. New Jersey scored a run in the 4th, and that has been it. Great pitching matchup between Mike Marchesano and the guy on the hill right now, Aaron Myers. Both teams with only 5 hits. Now it's Abner Arroyo. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Abner. Arroyo hits it deep. Arroyo hits it way back, and the yard not big enough to hold that one. Abner Arroyo homers, and the Rox have a 3-1 lead. Abner Arroyo hits it over the right field wall, and the Rox have a little bit of breathing room. Ed is leaving Marchesano in the ball game. He has returned back to the dugout, and Marchesano is ready to go to work to Craig Conway, working from the stretch. Chris Rowan being held at first base. Here's the 1-1 offering. Swung on, grounded back to the mound. Nice stop by Marcusano. Throws to second for one. Relay to first is in time for another inning-ending 1-6-3 double play. And again, it was Bustos leaping over a hard slide at second base by Rowan to turn that double play. In between innings, I noticed that Nestor Smith apparently had wadded up some gauze or something, had it up in his nose. Not a good sign. Apparently an indication that Nestor Smith may be once again bleeding from the nose, but he is still in this ball game. I'm assuming that he's bleeding again because I never see Nestor walking around with stuff sticking out of his nose otherwise. Arenado sticking with Mike Marcusano here in the 8th, and thus far, Marcusano making it look like a very good move. He's retired Anderson, and now he's ahead of McKee. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Marcusano strikes him out with a breaking ball, and that is out number 2. That is 4 strikeouts in the ball game now by Mike Marcusano, and it brings up Darrell Brinkley. Marcusano's first pitch to Brinkley, swung on, ground ball, shortstop. Bustos gets in front of it, gloves it, throws to first in time, and Marcusano has a 1-2-3 inning. What a night it has been for him. 3-1, Brockton Rox leading the New Jersey Jackals as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning, and Connor Brooks on the mound to try to seal the deal. Connor Brooks has been outstanding this season for the Rox. 21 saves, tops in the league. Brooks looking in to Mel Rosario for the sign. Has the one that he wants. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, right side. Torres charges, gloves it, throws to first in time for out number 1. Scored 4-3 on the putout. It will bring up Travis Bailey, and now the Rox just 2 outs away from evening this playoff series. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, a slow ground ball to short. Bustos charges. It goes under his glove into left field, and Bailey is aboard. Bustos had a long run to make, just did not get the glove all the way down. It brings up Scott Samuels. Brooks' first pitch to the left-hander, ground ball, right side, base hit into right field. That will put runners on first and second base for the Jackals with just 1 out. Would not be a Rox victory if it didn't come right down to the wire, would it? Brooks comes to the set position, checks the runner at second. Now the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss by Pagan. So now the Rox just 1 out away. Chris Rowan is all that stands between the Rox and victory now. Rowan 1 for 3 in this ball game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just off the plate, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice pitch in that situation by Brooks. It was just off the plate, but he could not get Rowan to chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Rox leading 3-1, trying to win their first playoff game ever. Brooks rocks and fires. The pitch, check swing. It is strike 3. Connor Brooks strikes out Chris Rowan, and the Brockton Rox have won this ball game by a score of 3-1 to even this series at a game apiece. We are ready to get on the bus and head back to Brockton, and we are looking forward to seeing you at Campanelli Stadium. Hope we'll see you in person, and if you can't be there, we'll be bringing you all the action on WBET 1460 AM and on the internet for all our fans around the world, and we've got a ton of them. I know that we've got families from Australia and Canada listening in. I've got my mom down in Florida who's become one of the Rock's most diehard fans, sitting by her computer every night cheering on this ball club. So it has been a lot of fun this season and more excitement ahead.
Be sure to click the subscribe button to follow my wild and wacky journey with the Brockton Rox, because more episodes are on the way. Thanks for watching.